we did it.
Welcome back to the Baco Motorsports Powerhour. I think we need to flip a slide here, maybe even one more. We get to the Auto Club Famoso Raceway segment there. Blake's helping on. We did it. A little bumpy road, but this is actually also known as the hockey segment. Yeah. Because that's what we were talking about beforehand, the early demise of the Condors not making the playoffs. The Kings, I think Blake's over the Kings losing already. Yeah. Yeah, not much you can do.
And they did what I expected. They're going to get a new coach and clean things up. So
now all you have to look forward to is racing.
Racing, that's okay. That's a good thing to look forward to.
That's okay.
And October's fast approaching, so we'll be doing hockey again. So it's all right.
That's right. You need a little break from everything, right?
Exactly.
So we got the slide of what's coming up here at Auto Club Famoso Raceway this week. We've got
we are running ANRA.
ANRA, the American Nostalgia Racing Association.
Yeah.
They are coming
and that's Butch's first race of the year.
Butch's first race.
And, of course, that's the big barbecue and passes out all his Butchies from last year. We should have brought one in. I should have had Butch is out there getting things ready right now. So, yeah.
Go ahead and show that slide of what's coming up. There we go. There we go, ANRA. And then a little bit, the West Coast Shootout.
A couple weekends. Yeah. In fact, I was just talking to the wife. I might sneak my way over to Boise for the weekend before our West Coast Shootout is Boise's Igniter. They're kind of their big opener. So I think I might go over there and watch a couple of nostalgia funny cars run down the track. And
that might be good.
Visit with the new family a little bit.
For the West Coast Shootout.
Come back to West Coast Shootout. Then our first street tuner.
Street tuners. And for those who don't know, the street tuner stuff, that's designed. That goes from 8 p.m. at night until 2 a.m. in the morning.
2 a.m.
Designed to get guys off the street, guys and girls off the street. Come out to the track, race it. You can go up with NT on your windshield.
That's
and
right. And
your time
not show
doesn't
your hand.
And it doesn't what you
we
do
just want you to get off the street.
Yeah, your stuff doesn't show up on the scoreboard, and nobody knows how quick or slow you are. And you can go make your side bets in the pits and come back and race somebody. So
and this is all thank you to Auto Club of Southern California. They're our title sponsor of the Street Tuner event, so they make it happen, and we can afford to turn the lights on and let the street cars come out and run. So it's a great way to, if you ever wanted to try racing, don't do it on the street. Come out there, and we'll show you how to do it, and we'll let you race in a safe environment.
And there you go. And then this first slide coming up here, ANRA. This
looks like ANRA, doesn't it?
Looks like ANRA. What you got is the staging lanes full of cars. You said this is a spring opener, the first of 4 races for ANRA.
Yes.
Which journey last year at this race, I think he had 301 cars.
Yeah.
And they'll qualify on Saturday. Everybody gets a couple trips down the racetrack. 16 different divisions, including junior dragsters. You get a couple trips down the racetrack, and then they're into about 4 p.m. on Saturday. The tri-tip will be cooking. They'll start a barbecue around 5:30. They'll present the champions and everybody with all their awards, and the champions get their hardware and whatnot. And
can you tell we're a nostalgia track? Look at all that.
Yeah,
isn't that great?
You can tell it doesn't look like a lot of.
Of course, it's a nostalgia drag race. It makes sense.
Which is
but
the year cutoff now? Is it 74? Has it gone up to 76?
Well, it's a 30-year rule. As far as now, I'm referring to your. I know the rules for Heritage Series, which Butch follows. So our hot rod, and it's a 30-year rule for the hot rod class for our.
The bodies
now Butch does sportsman and hot rod, and separates it even more so.
So your bodies are 30 years. 30 years old and stuff.
So where are we at now? 30 years ago.
Those aren't jalopies out there.
No.
Those aren't junkers. No.
Yeah.
Those are race cars.
Yes, they are.
You've got that.
So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a
great
weekend.
Go ahead and show a couple of the slides here. I mean, this is a gas car here, I think.
That is. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Got that right. So
we can cheat. It says A/gas on the window. We can cheat right up there.
So you've got a variety of cars out there. It's interesting. We do. Champions. Last year.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You had Jason Barta.
Yes.
Nostalgia Eliminator 1. Now, that's an open wheel dragsters.
That's a front wheel dragster. Or front motor. I'm sorry. Front wheel. They're all front wheel. Front motor dragster or like a center steer, alter
type car.
Yeah, exactly.
Jason Barta out of Bakersfield won the championship in that. Tim Gorman won the D-Gas championship.
Yes.
You had Josh Wagner of Wasco and E-Gas.
Right.
Steve Archuleta out of Tehachapi won Hot Wad. And Abigail Rogers won Junior Dragster 1. Came back after her dragster was stolen. They got that back. That was a big deal last year.
And had a pretty good year.
Had a good year. So you just got to love the variety of cars that show up for this. I mean, this is one of your...
That's our neighbor down the street. That's Randy Winkle.
Randy Winkle. He's got some property right down the street.
Yes, he does.
From Famoso Raceway, which is popular for a lot of the racers during the March meet and the Hot Rod Reunion. And does he work out of the shops out there at Famoso as well, or he keeps
he
his
does.
cars in there?
He kind of keeps his cars there, and he's kind of the self-appointed mayor of that area right over there.
He's the mayor of the Famoso. What do you call that little section? The speed shops?
Just the speed shops. Yeah,
Famoso speed shops there.
Yeah, so
and so then you have
pretty good example there of a Nostalgia 1 or 2 car. Usually that's Nostalgia 1, 2, or 3. Those are all, like I said, front motor car.
Motor cars. It's just how quick you go. Nostalgia 1,
7.6 seconds.
7.60 index.
Yep.
And Nostalgia 2 is 8.6. And Nostalgia 3 is 9.6. And same with
for gas.
A-gas is 7.6, and it goes on up.
Except we have D and E, I believe. So we have 1060 and 1160.
E-gas, 1160. So, and it takes a bit no matter what class you're running.
Yeah.
The deal is it still takes a commitment. And you're looking out there is like anything else, consistency in this sport is going to get you rounds, and that's going to lead to championships.
Yeah, it's all everything except for the open wheel and the hot rod sportsman's all index racing. So it's very important you cut a good light off the tree, and then you go down there and you try and run the number, and that's typically comes down to reaction time, how well you can, or if you're just willing to leg it out. A lot of guys are, if you got to take the stripe, but do you take it too quick, or do you let the other guy take it? That's always the big decision down there, both in ET racing and index racing. Same challenge is presented there. You have to decide.
Go ahead and show these next couple of slides. I think just give a variety here.
Nostalgia 2 car there.
And the thing about the Nostalgia racing and the index racing is it's all heads up. You leave at the same time.
You leave at the same time. There's no staggered start.
Whereas on your Summit Series is what we call bracket racing.
Sure.
Whereas there can be a second and a half difference, and so the slower car gets a head start.
Exactly.
And the quicker car has to catch up, but not go too fast or too quick.
Yeah, and that's the case for our hot rod sportsmen, the open wheel category, and our juniors. They're all on a dial-in handicap start
out there as well. So and as I said, 16 different classes here. And I don't know, what do we have next? Here. Oh yeah, Tom Mock went down there and got to shut down. This car is probably doing 170. 180
miles.
That's
a Nostalgia 1 car,
So doing about 180 at the end of the quarter mile. So you want to slow down, and the best way to slow down is
pop those chutes.
Drop
the laundry.
Because pretty hard to stop at 180 just using brakes.
We've got pretty good. I mean, some guys don't. There's if you're okay on the brakes, you don't want to hit them too hard. But we're fortunate. We have a nice long shutdown there, so you don't have to hit your chutes right away. In a lot of places you go racing at them, you got to be on it immediately. You get those chutes out and get on the brakes. So we're a little forgiving at our track as far as you don't have to do it right away.
The amount of runoff there is quite a bit. So you can get through the lights, pull the chute, do things calmly instead of having your finger on the chute trigger going through the lights.
Going through the lights, exactly.
Well, you see at a lot of NHRA races. I mean,
they're popping the chutes.
They're popping the chutes before they get to the lights. You'll see the pilot chute.
Basically, the start of the speed trap. They're already coming out. Yeah,
they're coming out because they want them out as soon as possible. And you've got a nice little roadster here, one of the NE classes, I'm sure.
Yeah. That Nostalgia, I think they're in 2 or 3. Yeah, I know they're not in 1. So yeah.
So just a good variety of cars.
You bet. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. And like I heard Steve earlier saying, got perfect weather. We're going to have it too. It'll be little warm in the afternoon.
A little toasty on
it'll be okay
on Saturday, but it's just going to warm these guys up for the next couple of races out there for ANRA because
it's even warmer then.
It's even warmer.
That's right.
They run again, I believe, June.
We come back in June, and then we'll come back in August. And then October usually starts to see a break, but it can be pretty warm.
So these guys are used to warm weather. So, like I say, by time for the barbecue at 6 o'clock, 6:30, it's going to be perfect weather out there.
Yeah.
So the sun's going to be low on the horizon, so it's going to be a good deal out there at Famoso. So
got a big weekend, don't we? Everybody's got big events this weekend, and weather's cooperating, so we're excited.
Isn't it nice that the weather's cooperating? It's getting that time of year you want it to cooperate.
Because
you look at what happened yesterday. That could have been on in the pattern
very easily could have been.
That would have been a
on
Saturday.
The weekend. Yeah.
You had that your last race, the Red List group. You had a little.
We had a little bit of a late start because of Saturday because of the weather.
Rain,
we adjusted
the night before and stuff, and the track was wet, so it took a while to clean it up.
Just take our time getting things ready. And
I think at this time of the year, it's nice to make sure that you're going to have a nice dry weekend. And no promoters looking toward the sky or checking their phone for the weather forecast.
It does make planning for an event much easier when you know that factor is out of the way.
So you got that.
Yep.
And then
Yeah, so I'll come back next week and we'll have all the the winners and results from ANRA, and we'll see who's in contention for that coveted Butchie. That's
you get that. I was going over the points when I was looking today because Butch does a nice job on his website where you can look at race by race. There's only 4 of them. You can look at the points,
right?
And you look at most of the guys. I think Barta had 2 wins.
I think so. I think he won the first 2.
First 2 races, but most of the other people just won 1 race. I know Abigail,
but we're consistent.
She locked that up by winning the last race and having their close opponent lose in the quarterfinals. Because you can look at the points and figure it out pretty easily and go, boy, she had to win, and that other person had to lose in the quarterfinals, and that's what's happened. She got the championship. So you look there and you see it's hard to be consistent and win a bunch of races,
and that's how you win.
But
the championship.
You don't want those. Right. You don't want those 20-point days. Those going out first round.
You got to avoid the bad days.
You got to avoid a couple bad runs, because as long as you can get past the first round, a couple races, and get to the semis and beyond, you're going to be in the hunt.
Because there's no toss outs. All the races count. If you compare it to, like, say, the funny car class in the Heritage Series, you could toss a race out. So if you go to the March meet or even the first race of the year, well, no, they don't run funny car. Yeah, do they? I forget. I'm confused on the date. I don't know if they ran funny car at the first race over in Phoenix.
I don't think they did.
The point still being, if you have a bad weekend, you just toss one out. Or is a race you don't want to go to, you just toss it out. Yeah. So, but there's no toss outs at ANRA. They all count.
No toss out. No. No toss out in the Summit Series.
That's right.
You got 8 races.
No, you got to do it. Same deal. You could probably take a bad weekend or a bad day. But if you have a bad weekend, that's 2 races for us. Because we do Saturday and Sunday a race each day. Right. If you experience a bad weekend, you're pretty much not in contention there as far as the championship's concerned. But you can always go to the ET finals and win your way out there and still go to the national championship. So, looking forward to it.
A good deal. Get out there if you like nostalgia drag racing. Get out to Auto Club Famoso Raceway this weekend. Going to be about 300 cars out there. If you think about getting involved in it, talk to somebody. They're hooked on drag racing. They want to get somebody else addicted.
Down the track at 9 o'clock each morning.
Okay, well, thanks for coming in, Blake.
Thanks, Mike.
We'll see you next week, and we'll be back in a moment with another segment of the Pecco Motorsports Power Hour.